Hi, welcome to Sing, the bi-weekly news show where we give you a TLDR, no BS recap of what's been going on in the gaming industry from May 19th through the 22nd. My name is MikeyDood. Let's get episode 23 underway. Ubisoft developer claims Valhalla map larger than Odyssey. Weeks after the initial reveal for the new Assassin's Creed title, developers over at Ubisoft can't stop giving small bits of information teasing the upcoming Viking title. While the fan-translated French interview was vague around if the map was bigger or if it contained the same amount of content, Ubisoft formally provided a comment. Quote, "Our aim with Valhalla is to build on that by creating a more approachable story while adding more depth and new features and activities to the open world that we believe will keep players engaged for a long time. With a full map of England and most of Norway, it sure sounds like Valhalla will be in the same scope as Odyssey." CD Projekt Red becomes most valuable games company in Europe. Coming all the way from their E3 2004 booth for the original Witcher, CD Projekt Red in 16 years has gone on to become the most valuable video game company in Europe, surpassing Ubisoft as of just recently in financial results shared by both companies. Ubisoft's latest financial standing comes in at a market value of 7.82 billion euros, while CD Projekt Red reports a market value of 8 billion euros. This figure also places CD Projekt Red as the most valuable company in Poland, ahead of even the biggest bank in the country, which is struggling due to the current events of the world. Cyberpunk 2077 is also just around the corner. We imagine dividends will be nice this year for CD Projekt Red investors. Updates from Sony on PlayStation 5. Confirming, at least vaguely, rumors we've previously reported on, Sony has announced a compelling lineup of titles for the PlayStation 5 due to be revealed soon. Sony has also affirmed the PS5 will make its holiday 2020 launch window, though as can be expected with the global crisis affecting manufacturing, the amount of consoles that will be available at launch may be limited. The company did note that major problems had not arisen in terms of software development, perhaps slight shifts, but nothing along the lines of delays possibly faced by titles in the present. Take-Two sets 93 games for release by 2025. Take-Two, publishing company and parent company of countless developers including Rockstar Games, has announced that 93 titles will launch from the company in between the present and March 2025. As the company stated, of the 93 titles, 63 are core gaming experiences, including 15 platform extensions of existing titles, 17 mid-core or arcade-style experiences, and 13 casual experiences. 47 of these titles are from existing franchises, and 46 are from new intellectual properties, which to be honest is actually crazy. Also, before anyone panics that a Blizzard situation is upon us, only 21 of the titles are specifically mobile games. Phantasy Star Online 2 PC launches next week. Sega has finally confirmed May 27th as the day Phantasy Star Online will go live on PC. The game will be free to play, and cross-play and save will be enabled with Xbox One from the start. Those who waited patiently can rejoice, as the 27th is also when the login rewards will refresh, along with the in-game AC ticket for prizes. This long-running MMORPG is known for its varied gameplay styles, ranging from classic warrior to a ranger with literal guns. With tons of planets to explore and bosses to take down, it's certainly packed to brim with content. The social spaces are home to concerts, community events, and interactive elements like a soccer field. If you've ever been curious, Phantasy Star Online 2 is worth checking out. Sony looking to deepen relationship with Microsoft. Sony has also announced a deepening of their relationship with Microsoft, which started last year over a deal for Sony to take advantage of Microsoft Azure servers for cloud gaming and streaming possibilities. Now, the company is stating they are open to more collaborations in terms of components and specifically referred to consumer electronics. What could that hold between Xbox and PlayStation? Possibly nothing. One other tidbit shared here is Sony will look to Microsoft for help with congested servers at night, the most common time for games to be played. Mafia 2 and 3 Definitive Editions launch. Hangar 13 has released definitive editions of Mafia 2 and 3, and for owners of the original titles on certain platforms, the update is free. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is billed as an Ultra HD remaster, while Mafia 3 Definitive Edition is billed as a reintroduction. Players who own one or the other will get a discount on purchasing the title they don't own as well. Also, players who own all three original Mafia titles on certain platforms will receive the upcoming Mafia Definitive Edition, billed as an actual top-to-bottom remake, for free upon its release in August. Ghost of Tsushima dev brings more details to light. Sucker Punch revealed some new information about their upcoming samurai fighting game, Ghost of Tsushima. First of all, the developers realized the studio's staple morality system, seen heavily featured in the infamous series, wouldn't adapt well to a title where the protagonist is morally gray like in Ghosts, showing that the player will be rewarded more through exploration and adventure, which is another goal mentioned by developers in the interview. The world is meant for those who wish to explore every nook and cranny. June 17th can't come soon enough. Possible Bloodborne port to PC alongside other rumored titles. After the announcement of Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC, Sony fanboys screamed out in agony as another of their exclusive leaves the platform for gaming good, while a rumor this week surrounding Bloodborne coming to PC will have them collapsing like black holes. The leaked rumor was made by an industry source known for having some juicy information and gave a year or so time frame until the general public gets a formal announcement. The leaker also made it clear that other titles from Sony's exclusive catalog could be seeing PC releases in the future, but declined to name any others. Our bets are on Spider-Man or Days Gone, both titles that could see more love on other platforms without being locked too hard into Sony's world. Call of Duty Warzone metagame may reveal COD 2020. Players in Call of Duty Warzone have recently been enraptured by a new metagame involving bunkers on the map opening up, and finally players have cracked a code through in-game phone messages to open an 11th bunker, revealing Black Ops related material including a war room and a nuclear countdown. Datamine files reveal more Black Ops content coming to Warzone, possibly including an RC car killstreak and the spy plane killstreak. Apparently, this bunker's final contents will trigger a map change similar to the in-game events in Fortnite. Also, one tidbit also gleaned from narrative director Taylor Kurosaki is that the next-gen console versions of Warzone are definitely a priority for the company and will be forthcoming. Doom Eternal removes controversial Denuvo anti-cheat. Doom Eternal released almost 2 months back, and the first major update to the game released this past week. The multiplayer-focused update not only brought welcome changes and additions like empowered enemies to the game, a lurking tick was found crawling its way into our computers. Good old Denuvo anti-cheat, which is different than the more insidious Denuvo anti-tamper, had been included by Bethesda for protection against online cheaters. The community immediately rose up in outrage, leading to the game also being review-bombed on Steam. This prompted a response from ID Software developers, who issued a statement apologizing and that the anti-cheat would be removed in the next patch while they work on a solution that will appease modders and fair players alike. Cheers to them for taking swift action and rethinking their strategy, proving once again that Doom is eternal. Gamescom digital-only event scheduled for August. The German game conference Gamescom announced an upcoming digital showcase of games scheduled for August 27th through the 30th. This comes as a response to the COVID-19 crisis, forcing large gatherings to be moved online or postponed. The upcoming Gamescom will put a large focus on the content hub built last year known as Gamescom Go, a digital streaming service that will allow anyone to swap around between the different events going on. 4 whole days are planned, with Jeff Keighley kicking the whole thing off. The event is titled The Heart of Gaming, and we here at Sync can't wait to see what's announced. New game Expo promises news from Japanese developers. A group of Japanese development houses have gotten together to announce the New Game Plus Expo, an upcoming online showcase at the end of June, highlighting all the new announcements and work these teams have been doing. While the world might be at a standstill for a little while longer, remote development work has been continuing in the background, and these developers are eager to show off their work. Some of the companies listed include Sega, Atlus, NIS America, WayForward, Axis Games, and Arc Softworks. Natsume Development will also be in attendance, hopefully showing off their new Harvest Moon game. Plus, NIS America should have more details on Trails of Cold Steel 4. The whole event seems well organized, and we can see what announcements are made June 23rd over on their official Twitch page. Kerbal Space Program 2 delayed to 2021. The dev team for Kerbal Space Program 2 took to Twitter to announce a delay in the game's release from tentatively this year firmly to 2021, with them citing challenges created by the uncertainties in today's world with regards to developing and testing the game. They state they will keep fans posted on any updates through the usual channels, a tough piece of news as no one wants a game delayed. But we're glad that the team is taking the steps necessary so that everyone is safe enough to get back to work. Death of Rose back in development. Death of Rose, an indie title inspired by games in the vein of Silent Hill, has been announced to be back on track after a cancellation right by release date back in February. Now, the game is back on track and has been changed in terms of its visual references to the 1980s. The game's developer shared new screenshots on Twitter, definitely feeling reminiscent of shows and movies like Stranger Things and E.T. The dev has announced more info and a trailer soon. Artifact 2.0 beta announcement. we got a preview this week of the updated artifact that Valve is throwing together. One of the developers took to YouTube with an 8-minute in-depth look at some of the changes coming to Artifact. The first up is the Hero Draft Mode, a requested feature to allow players to learn the game before jumping straight into Constructed Mode. Shown off was a new playing field in view, showing all 3 lanes at once instead of the original scrolling through them one by one. A lot of polish is being put on the game, and keys should be headed out soon to original owners of Artifact. Tencent lends helping hand to System Shock 3 developer. Tencent has picked up the slack of Starbreeze publishing responsibilities for Other Side Entertainment, the company developing System Shock 3. The studio had been having a large amount of troubles lately, with a rumored high amount of top-level staff departing the studio. However, this news seems to be setting the ship back on course, as Tencent is pledging its support in an unknown amount or fashion to the game. Starbreeze is no stranger to troubles like this, however, as they sold off the publishing system to System Shock 3 as they could no longer afford it due to their own financial insolvency issues. Serious Sam 4 confirmed Stadia exclusive through 2021. The Serious Sam series is one that is long, storied, and full of weird turns and U-turns through all the mainline games. The 4th entry promises to add to this with a handful of announcements from developer Crow Team this week. We got previews of all new weapons, areas, gameplay, and a teaser of the new Legion system, one that supports hundreds of enemies on screen at once. Something yet to be seen working until this clip, which shows off a battlefield of 10,000 enemies all active at once, and with a smooth frame rate. The other news is that as a Stadia exclusive, Serious Sam 4 will not see a console release until late 2021 at the earliest. With tech like this, it might not be a question of exclusivity, but power, as the current generation of consoles is reaching their end. Alright everyone, that's Sync for May 19th through the 22nd. If you haven't subscribed yet, but you'd like to, you know where that button is. Lastly, let us know what games you've been playing down in the comments, and once again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next episode here at Sync.